Hi, welcome to Dice Control Dojo. I'm Phil, and I practice every day and share my tips so we can all get better at the casino. Join me today. We're at day 21. All right, 3 weeks from today, we're going to be off and running, and our craps crew is getting ready, and we're hoping to have some nice throws. Today, I want to talk about something that came up, um, and I changed up my talk today so we can talk while I'm practicing. I want to talk today about control throwers. Getting some feedback in my feed about the that this is BS and this doesn't work, and I get that all the time. Hundreds and hundreds of people saying that this doesn't work and it's not a thing. So uh, I don't know the answer to it if it's a thing or not. I just know I want to talk about a couple things about control throwers. And first off, I'm a student of this. I'm trying to see if this is makes a difference. Um, Obviously, investing a lot of money and effort to do this, and I'm not anticipating people doing this, practicing with a full table and that. I want to give you my perspective of it. I love practicing. I love getting up in the morning, coming out here, and I love to just concentrate on practicing and I just love it. I just love trying to get my throw down to a science. I have a goal in mind that I try and achieve by throwing. If I never set foot on a gambling table again, I think I could be fine with that. I just love doing this. Now, with that being said, a lot of people don't do this every day and don't practice as much as I do, and that's okay. I feel if you go back to one of my first videos, long, long time ago, I talk about talent is overrated, and I talk a lot about how I have horrible hand-eye coordination. I can't play video games. I'm not very good at things that involve very precise hand-eye things. And I thought this was an opportunity for me to take this skill, if you call it that, and try and develop it because I am just not a very good um, person when it comes to playing golf. I'm okay. I'm average in everything. And with this, I'm average at this. I have buddies that I play with that their hand-eye coordination's 10 times better than me. So do they need to practice as much as I do? I don't know. This difference from Michael Jordan and the Larry Birds in the world is they had high skill and they took it to the next level. Jerry Rice had high skill but kept the practice going to take it to that next level of it. And I've been on tables that I've seen people in a zone hitting the same spot, hitting the same spot, hitting the same spot over and over again with the same roll and rolling for a long time. And so I don't know the answer if it's BS or not, regardless of what it is. For me, I love doing this. I love to see if I can hone my hand-eye coordination a little bit better to be able to play with an even keel going into the casino. So that's my whole goal. This is why I do this. I truly believe that I can try and hone in on a perfect throw. And my goal in life is perfect throws, hitting the wall, having it come up, down, and sitting. The numbers to me almost don't matter. It's a side effect of my throw. And if I throw well, I feel I will make money. With that being said, remember what this goal is. And when you're playing with other control throwers that say they're control throwers, we don't know anything about them, right? You got to go in with a, a a skepticism, just like people that have been texting me saying this is BS. You don't know their skill level. Just because they come up like me and they get up there like this and they're holding this dice. We've been in Vegas before when we've seen a guy do this and we're like, ooh, this could be good. And he's horrible. He may be having a bad day. He may have a couple drinks in him. He may have not warmed up, practiced. He may have not practiced for a few months or maybe a couple years. He's there with buddies. Maybe he's not there for craps and he decided to touch a table. I know with me, if I wasn't on a table for months and I come up to the thing, I'm still going to go and do my exact same routine over and over again. I'm still going to do the same thing. Doesn't mean I'm doing any well. And if you're a random thrower and you're seeing these guys come in, you most likely see them all failing because they haven't practiced, they haven't been on the table, they don't have a game plan, nor do they have to. They're just going in and doing what they've done their whole time playing craps. Now, I know with my buddy over here, he'll always say, tread lightly, boys, on a Sunday because he hasn't practiced all week. So he's letting us know, hey, don't put some high bets on me. I don't feel comfortable throwing yet. So after a few warm-ups, when we do the rounds on Sunday, by the way, when we're betting and we're doing that, that is a perfect opportunity for all of us to be throwing. So while somebody else is throwing, all four of us are generally throwing, kind of getting some throws in so we can hone our skills. So by the time it comes around to me again, I have 50 or 60 throws in and I'm warmed up, so I'm able to do it. Always keep that in mind when you're on a live table. You're not throwing for an hour, so it may be a different results than what we do on Sundays. Okay, so I do all this warm up in this practice. I'm up at 4:30 in the morning. I'm honing my skills. We're 21 days out, right? And I'm trying to make sure my muscle memory is in the right zone, and I'm trying to get a plan. And the bottom line on this is when we're talking numbers, statistics, I'm just trying to change a couple percentage points so that we're at least even, if not a little better than the house. But remember, this is gambling. No matter what we do, we're not going to have 100 throw every time we go. It's impossible. This is still gambling. You're still going to do something. There's going to be some part of it that is off a little bit. All we're trying to say here with control throwing is we're just trying to decrease the edge from the house. The house, the casino, has an edge because in general, you have a 48% chance of hitting that number on the pass line or the don't pass line, and we're trying to make it 51 or 52% chance. So we're increasing, but it's still 50-50. And the bottom line on all this stuff, it's still a 50-50 odds. You're not going to, maybe you can make it 52% or 55%, but you're still going to lose 45% of the time. So you got to keep that in mind. Do this with fun and light, but understand that I think control throwers need to be somebody who is practicing every day and working out their bugs, having a plan, seeing them hit the zone the same way each time. Even with me, when I go live, I don't feel comfortable sometimes, so I don't bet a lot on myself, and then, it ends up probably right or wrong, and I don't know. But it's still a 50-50 chance of making money. It's just trying to decrease the odds that the house is going to take you every time. So I hope everybody has this. This is not, if this was so good and we were doing so well, the casinos would ban it. And I know they don't like us doing it a little bit, but they would absolutely create some rules to stop this. So it's not a foolproof idea. But I think the concept in general of just trying to make sure you're trying to keep the dice together and the same so that you can decrease that randomness a little bit is what we're trying to do here. So what am I trying to say to you? Make sure that when you're talking about control throwers, what does that mean? When somebody's at a table, don't trust them as a control thrower. They could just look like one. Two, re- rely on yourself, on what you're doing, and understand it's still gambling. So obviously, don't spend a lot of money on it. And then three, make sure that when you are set and you are practicing or you are with people, make sure you communicate with your friends on how you're doing. Because, as always, I've told some videos that all these people show up to see me throw, and then it's in my head, and I get nervous, and then it's not so good. So we have to make sure we tell everybody, yes, there is a little truth to this control throwing, that there is a chance to increase your odds to making a little bit more money than the house, but that's what it is. It's still a very small percentage. Fortunately for me, I love to do this. I love playing craps with my craps crew. I love playing on Sundays with them and enjoying the game of craps. And that's basically what we're trying to do here. If we all can make a little money on that, that's fantastic. So that's my spiel on this. And add comments in here. Talk to me on what you think. I'm just trying to be honest with you. I'm trying to do this to show everybody that this isn't 100% proof, but what it is for me, somebody who doesn't have very good hand-eye coordination, I feel I'm a very good control thrower, not an expert, but I'm able to change the percentage just a little bit so that if I throw for a long, long time, we're all going to make a lot of money. And it's just that one time you need that gives you that confidence to keep going. So join me tomorrow. We're going to talk a little bit about uh, our craps crew. I'm going to talk about our live play, what's upcoming with 21 days to go. So join me tomorrow. And as always, we don't talk about any betting strategies here, but I do talk about how I try and throw for a long, long time.